In America, we're witnessing the normalization of radical Islamic terrorists abroad. Islamic terrorists feel empowered under this administration and this left-wing movement. It's a very scary time for the country. Here now to assess the ongoing war against Israel and Christianity is our friend Glenn Beck, founder of Blaze Media, my friend as well. Glenn, you know, you've been talking about this for so long. You and I were at Fox. You were talking about this moment for so long. The caliphate, it seems to be. Did you predict what's happening now, and where does it go from here?
So I don't know. I will tell you that I did say that communists, progressives, Islamists, and atheists would all work together to overthrow the West. And that's exactly what we're watching. We're watching people that don't actually have a lot in common, except for either their hatred of Jews or their hatred of the West. And they'll battle it out after they collapse the West or kill all the Jews. It's a really terrifying time to watch the news and be alive. And at the same time, it is a thrilling time, because this is the time where we either stand up and we recognize the differences that we have and then look for the things that we have in common. We cannot coexist with people that say it's okay to kill babies, moms, and fathers just in their sleep. There's no culture, no civilization in the world that produces good things where it's based and tolerates things like that. That's not the Western way of life. So we either stand for it now or we don't. And I will tell you, it's interesting to me that Israel seems to be one of the only allies that is not asking us. Yes, they're asking us for money, but they're not asking us to be involved at all. They just want people to say, it's okay. It's okay. You go ahead and do what you have to do. Defend yourself. And I find that remarkable that we're, 10 days into this, and we're wrestling with that idea that Jews have a right to live and defend themselves.
So brings up the point. Let's jump to the Cornell professor yesterday who, again, after 10 days of seeing the pictures of charred babies, of moms crying because their daughters were pulled away from them, women raped and killed, this clown, this Professor Russell Rickford at Cornell, called this exhilarating and energizing. Listen.
There are many Gazans of goodwill, many Palestinians conscious, who abhor violence, as do you, as do I, who abhor the targeting of civilians, as do you, as do I, who were able to breathe. They were able to breathe for the first time in years. It was exhilarating. It was exhilarating. It was energizing.
Glenn, that's a history professor at Cornell.
Oh, what do you expect? I mean, these guys are so far left now. It's the same thing that universities like Columbia did in the World War II. They brought actual Nazis in. They, would have them teach. They would have them lecture, and there wasn't a problem with it. Our university system is so far off track, it's just not worth talking about. It's not worth sending your kids to. It's stop. I'm trying to remember, I read this morning a headline and a story about, and I can't remember which organization it is, but they're saying they're no longer requiring university, college degrees, because they're worthless. They don't teach you anything in the real world. I mean, unless you're a doctor. I guess if you're a doctor, I want you to go to university. You can learn so much on your own now and through apprenticeships, and that's where we should be going. These people are so radicalized that he actually says that killing babies is what gives these people the ability to breathe for the first time. That's insanity. And by the way, he says there's plenty of good Palestinians. I'm sure there are. But in Gaza, a study that was taken probably, I think I read it maybe 5 to 10 years ago, it showed that 20 to 25% of the people who lived in Gaza actually believed it was okay to murder innocent civilians in America. So we're not even talking about Israel, not even talking about the Jews. We're talking about the innocent slaughter of people on the streets in America. 20% of them thought that was okay. I'm sorry, you can't coexist with people who think it's okay just to gun people down in the streets. You can't.
Let's have a conversation about this. Ron DeSantis, who's running for president, obviously, best governor I've ever lived under here in Florida, but anywhere, made a comment that, I don't know, ruffled the squad's feathers. Listen to this comment.
We cannot accept people from Gaza into this country as refugees. I am not going to do that. If you look at how they behave, not all of them are Hamas, but they are all anti-Semitic. None of them believe in Israel's right to exist. None of the Arab states are willing to take, any of them. The Arab states should be taking them if you have refugees. You don't fly people and import them into the United States of America.
It doesn't matter whether I agree with the governor or not, which I do. Don't edit that out, producers. I do. However, the left is going crazy over this, saying, well, it's so racist of him. That's so bigoted of him. Is he wrong?
No. We have to decide whether or not there's truth. Is there truth? Is there absolute truth? And the truth is that Jews have a right to live. Many, if not most, in the Middle East don't think that that is true. Certainly all of the extremists. We are currently doing the same thing that Ron DeSantis is doing because our government just can't figure out how to work a light switch. We just sent out a plane to pick up Americans that were trapped in Israel as well. We did it this last weekend. Tonight or tomorrow night, I think it's tomorrow night, a plane comes in with, remember the girl that was on the back of the motorcycle and we saw just drive away? Her family from Israel are coming back on our plane tomorrow night. And I'm going to be talking to them. You cannot coexist. And we have to decide, is this wrong? Is this right? Do we believe in the 10 Commandments? The basic things. Do we believe that, the rocks should shout out where the Jews are hiding so we can kill them? I don't believe that. I don't think that anybody like that should be in the United States. We shouldn't be bringing people in. I will tell you that some of those people already exist here, and some of them probably look like me. That's fine. I don't want them as friends, and I would suggest that you don't hang out with them. But bringing new people in, we wanted to bring people in that are in Gaza that were Americans that are trapped in Gaza, but I don't trust any vetting to know who people are. We are working through another organization to see if we can vet, and if we can vet people and we know they're not part of, the Palestinian movement, then maybe they'll go to another country, but I'm not bringing them here into the United States.
Mm-hmm. We only have about a minute or so, Glenn. Very quickly, the USS Gerald Ford, a strike force aircraft carrier, and the USS Eisenhower, the biggest nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, headed to the Mediterranean. Is this the beginning of something bigger?
I hope not. I really hope not. But Iran was pretty clear yesterday, and if there's two straits that go right directly to the Suez Canal, and if Iran takes those straits, you're looking at $10 a gallon gasoline and a collapse of economies all over the West. We cannot allow Iran to rule the Middle East and the rest of the world. I don't want to get involved in anything, but I have a feeling this could very easily turn into something global that will be game-changing for everyone on Earth.
Glenn Beck, thank you.
Thank
Well,
you.
you saw this coming a long time ago. Glenn, thank you for your time.
You bet.